You mentioned New
Sure.
York. Bernie Sanders wants...
My home state.
Your home state. And their home state now. Bernie Sanders wants a debate here before the April primary. You going to agree to it?
I think, what was notable this weekend wasn't so much that, but in my mind was the Washington Post story with his own campaign talking about how they're poll testing more negative attacks on Hillary Clinton. They're talking about running harsher negatives now. We saw them run negative ads.
Don't distract here, Joel.
I think the real question is not whether we're going to debate.
Why wouldn't you debate?
Because I think the real question is what kind of campaign is Senator Sanders going to run going forward? He pumped $4 million in the weekend before March 15th. And he lost all 5 states on March 15th. They spent about $4 million running negative ads.
That doesn't have anything to do with the debate, Why not
Let's see
debate?
the tone. This is a man who said he'd never run a negative ad, ever. He's now running them. They're now planning to run more. Let's see the tone of the campaign he wants to run before we get to any other questions.
You guys, back in January, when there was this whole back and forth about debates, the Clinton campaign was open to more debates after that Flint debate was agreed to. Why not debate in New York?
Because we agreed to debates up to a certain point. We're now out campaigning in these states.
What's the risk?
There's no risk. She's done very well in the debates. The debates have been very good. But Senator Sanders doesn't get to decide when we debate, particularly when he's running a very negative campaign against us. Let's see if he goes back to the kind of tone he said he was going to set early on. If he does that, then we'll talk about debates. But we're not going to talk about it.
So no chance of a New York debate?
I didn't say that. I said we're not going to talk about it. We're going to see what kind of tone he sets. If his campaign wants to run the kind of negative campaign and run negative ads like they did in North Carolina, in Illinois, all over the country on March 15th, that's going to be disappointing to a lot of Democrats who feel we have to start focusing on Republicans, whether it's Donald Trump or Ted Cruz, and about our differences so we win in November. That's what Democrats ought to be doing. That's what she's doing.
Real quick, because always we're out of time.